There we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shay Douglas from the Earth Heroes TV platform, and today I got two phenomenal human beings doing amazing things in the world. We have Lesley and Dan. Thank you guys for joining me. They're from the Intrinsic Strength. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys in the broadcast studio today.
Awesome, Shay. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I want to just invite you guys, if you're watching, today we're going to be unpacking a little bit about Intrinsic Strength, who they are, what they do, what their mission is, what their values are, and how they've come to serve the world in which they're doing so gracefully today. But I just want to invite you, if you like this video, to please like, maybe leave us a comment with any questions that you have or what you liked out of the video, and please share it with your friends and your family if you found value in this video. But I want to jump straight in. We have a short but very, very sweet little chat together today. And Lesley has just completed writing her beautiful book called Be Your Own Hero. And so Lesley and Dan have created this podcast series, which they're doing once a month. They've got the first episode out. I'll leave it in the comments section at the moment. But I'm curious to hear from you both about where the vision for Intrinsic Strength came from, what the purpose is, and kind of a little bit about your mission with Intrinsic Strength. If you'd like to share, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's probably, it's been a few years in the making, because we've done so many workshops and coaching and everything like that together for many years. But we've also got quite similar values on, the improvement and empowerment of social interaction, social connection, and also on how we look after our planet. But that we understand that comes from within here first. The better you are in here, the more that you then start looking externally and how you contribute to the bigger picture. But it was it was around last year, and we were speaking, we wanted to create very much an entity or a way of delivering something very holistic that represented the two of us.
Yeah, actually, Lesley was chatting to me about it one day, and she said, there's a lot of people who present, and there's not enough that really kind of represents that yin yang, the dynamic of masculine and feminine. And we've always had a really good relationship professionally where we can bounce ideas off each other, and we've worked well on, in many different modalities, radio, on TV, and presentation. And so we thought, we have to do this. And one of the key things for Intrinsic Strength is really, when we were talking about the name, and I think it was Lesley who kind of came up with it, but you can have an external motivator. You can have a lion chasing you. You can have to run out of a building that's on fire, and that will keep you going, like the adrenaline hit, and it's an acute reaction that kind of drives you to react. But after that that extrinsic motivation drops away, what are you left with? And so what we have in our society is all these little sound bites of extrinsic motivation, but what really drives people is that internal fire. And we didn't want just intrinsic motivation. We wanted to build strength, you build a foundation and you put a strong building on it that's strong, it's going to last. So everything we do is about more or less creating that internal structure. So no matter what you do, if you come from that place, you're going to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nice. I just want to give a little bit of context as to how we know each other. And Lesley and Dan have both been a part of the Toastmasters speaking group, which I was a part of. And I looked up to both of them as real mentors and leaders, and the work that they've been doing in the world has just been phenomenal with local community environmental work, as well as the deep personal development work. And both of them have been doing the work on themselves over the time that I've known them. And Dan, for example, has been a Tony Robbins senior leader and has invited me along some of those journeys, which I haven't quite made yet, but I would love to be a part of one time. And so, I feel that both of you have an extensive range of knowledge and wisdoms and amazing tools to offer people that can really cultivate a deeper sense of knowing and that inner strength to be able to combat any hardship or adversity or challenge, which seems to be more prevalent in today's climax. So I really find that this little collaboration is going to be really, really potent and quite powerful. And you guys have already done one episode. Tell us a little bit about it, and I'll drop that in the comments. So if people wanted to watch the first episode about being your own hero, you can view it in the comments. But give us a little bit of a rundown, guys.
So Darren's just holding up the book, so you can see where it's originated from. But where it very much, gosh, it was an interesting journey last year. So for me, pretty much my entire life, all the pillars of my life dissolved. So relationship, career, financial, everything. The one thing that I knew was how to keep moving forward and living through heart and not closing off, and still having that absolute internal strength and drive to keep moving forward with intrinsic strength.
Yeah.
So I wrote this book, and it was in the space of 5 weeks. It literally just came, and it was what I would tell anyone who's going through big life shifts. And, we've seen so many people in the last year, obviously, particularly, anything from job loss, anything from, family breakdown, financial status change, multiple levels, because once any of this changes, it's then looking at understanding that you are not defined by any of that. You are what is internal. So I wrote the book, 8 main chapters, 8 focuses, and Dan and I thought, well, what's the best way to actually get the message out and for people to access as free content and really get scripts and see what it's about? Because the learnings, there's a lot there to keep people, as I say, living from heart and keep raising up and going from strength to strength themselves. So we started a podcast.
Yeah. And, one of those key things in life, Shay, is we all have to go through adversity. If you want to get stronger, you have to lift a weight that forces you to grow beyond where you're currently at. The other thing is that you can be smart about this approach. And if someone else has been through that path before and kind of figured out where the wrong way go back lanes are, you're still going to have to carry your own weight through that journey, but it'll shortcut things. So you're not having to chase, a non-existing possibility down a path that doesn't exist, if that makes sense. So this is a shortcutting guide. You're still going to have to carry your own adversity in life and weight through this. It's not a cheat.
Yeah, and it's not saying that those challenges aren't going to come, because life's life, and sometimes you can get hit hard by unexpected events. It's the way things can be, but it's the way that you can just keep on getting back up faster each time and giving yourself more tools, more understanding, awareness to do so.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah, that's exciting. Really potent, the possibilities of just dropping into the book for one and reading it, but then following along with the podcast and doing it with you guys, literally with you guys, which is really exciting. So it's the 25th of February for the second episode, if I'm correct. And I'll drop the link in the comments section. I just wanted to acknowledge, we got Tony Johnston saying, fantastic book and fantastic leaders. I couldn't agree more with you, Tony. Thank you both for sharing all this for free. Can't wait for the next episode. Cheers, Tony. Bless your sweet soul, Tony. That's so nice to hear your comments. So I'm just going to drop in the comments section the link for the next episode. Is there what are you guys going to cover in this episode? What's going to be the focus?
The knight in shining armor myth. You want to elaborate on that, Lesley?
Yeah, so our first episode was giving a brief summary of each of the chapters. So there's 8 very specific areas. So the knight in shining armor myth, this is where I'll be happy when I have the big break, if I win the lottery, if I have the perfect relationship. And it's knowing that nobody's coming to save you, and it's not in a cold, hard way.
No.
It's knowing that you can choose to be grateful, acknowledge what you have, understand what you have at every single level, very much a deep level. And it's on you to make the right choices to keep striving forward.
Yeah, it's this whole someday, one day, then I'll be fulfilled. I jump up and down about this like a crazy man. Be fulfilled now. Everything you do is going to be better, feel better, and more enjoyment, more pleasure. Right? Don't wait till then to feel good about your life. Have a look at what's available to you right now. Obviously, for everyone, there's going to be some level of hardship or frustration or pain or discomfort. it's not forever. There's always another way forward, another step forward, a way to grow, a way to contribute. And, you know, when we talked about wanting to share this message and the whole thing behind the podcast, we thought if we just dump all this information, get a fire hose and just pour it down people's throat, they're not going to be able to swallow the whole lot. And that's why we've broken it up. So this is going to go for months, and it gives people a chance to absorb the content, listen to the distinctions, take something on board, implement it, and then converse with us. Send us messages. Let us know what's going on. This isn't a promotional tool. This is us genuinely wanting to give back to people, because, and I truly believe this is a great book. Okay, I said this in a little video that I put up on Facebook. I believe in supporting your friends. I always want to support my friends, but I won't support them in a irresponsible manner. Like if someone says they want to be a singer and they're terrible at singing, and like, keep practicing, but I wouldn't go lining up for a talent show right yet now, because you're going to be on the blooper reel.
That'd be me.
It would definitely be me. And so, you know, if you want to get a copy of the book, grab a copy of the book and you can work through us if you read it at the same pace. The idea is that each month we address a chapter rather than just brushing over the top of it. We can do an in-depth dive, and it's 30 minutes, door to door. You know, we'll come into your living room, your mobile phone, wherever you're at, and give you some great insights every month.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks so much, guys, for doing the work that you're doing. It's really, you know, supporting the community here locally and also internationally, globally, because this is online, so anyone from around the world can tune into this special event and the next podcast coming right up. And Lesley's book is also available on Amazon, so you can also buy the book yourself. I just want to acknowledge Chantel here. She's mentioned great work, team. So great to have such magnificent talent in Cairns, and it certainly is. I really want to thank you, Lesley and Dan, for your time, for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching this short little introduction, because it's going to be so exciting. We get to share the podcast in a couple of weeks. Tune into that one. For now, you can visit Earth Heroes TV or go to Intrinsic Strength to learn a little bit more about Lesley and Dan. And have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shay.
Pleasure.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.